We're live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Home Built Workshop. Welcome to Wednesday Live. We're here to hang out for a while. You know the drill. Open discussions. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things, whatever kind of stuff comes up a lot of times. Always a good time. I'm always looking forward to hanging out with you guys. So that being said, we got some coffee. We're ready to hang out for a while. So what is going on in your world? What are you guys doing this fine Wednesday morning? Well, here it's Wednesday morning. May not be Wednesday morning where you are, but I hope your day is going great. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you're all getting some work done in your workspace, workshop, whatever it is. All right, just getting situated here. There's a little thing that keeps popping up. I don't know why that is. That's okay. Go away. Little notification thingy. Anyway, what is going on? What is on the workbench here at Home Built Workshop? Guitars. Guitars and more guitars. We have, in case you haven't seen the video, I got the body ready. The first episode went up a couple weeks ago for my great guitar build-off, and now I'm working on the neck. I got the neck the neck's pretty well done, and I'm working on editing the video for that right now. Hopefully, we'll get that released this weekend. Will be part 2 of the Great Guitar Build-Off series. I'm going to try to knock these out now. Bam, bam, bam. I was going to originally try to do something like once a month or something like that, but now I just want to jump in, get it done, because I'm getting excited. So look for that this coming weekend. The episode 2, like I said, for making the neck. And I'm trying to get it edited so where it's not a half hour long, because, well, I don't... They kind of have some requirements of they want it to be somewhere around 15 minutes, and that's going to be hard to try to fit in a whole entire neck build. So I'm going through and cutting and re-editing and cutting and re-editing, and be on the lookout this weekend for that video. Some preparation, some final things that I need to do for getting the before I start to finish. It'll be things like doing some of the like the belly carve, some of the comfort carves around the neck, drilling a couple more holes that I need to drill, and just getting some final things ready to go. That one shouldn't be anywhere near as long, and then we're gonna get some color on that body. I can't wait. I'm really excited about that. Harry Dude's here. What's up, Harry Dude? How is it going, man? Hopefully you're keeping busy in your shop. Let's see, you guys over there, you're coming into what, fall now, right? Or you're like right in the middle of fall. So you're cooling off a little. Gina's here. Gina says, good morning all. Good morning to you. Hope your day is going great. Harry Dude, what's on your workbench? What are you working on right now? Any big projects in the works? Neptunes is here. What's up, buddy? Neptune says, good morning, everyone. What's going on? How are you doing? How are things going down there in your state? Starting to get toasty down there yet? Not quite here, but we're getting there. Candace is here. Says good morning from Savannah. Welcome, and good morning from Colorado. Hope things are good in Savannah. Harry says things are getting better again. Last month was so quiet. Been tinkering with the dust collector, printing hose connections at the moment. Cool. So I think I mentioned a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I can't remember exactly, that I was making a big dust port to adapt my large dust collector down to take like shop vac fittings. And I got that done and I got everything fit. and honestly, it doesn't work that great. I don't know. I don't understand exactly why. Physics or whatever that is. So when I'm running the large dust collector hose, what is that, 5-inch, I think? There's lots of suction. So I thought that when you adapted it down, that you would still have really good suction because you're decreasing to move all that air. I don't know if that makes any sense. But when I put that adapter on there and I put it like a shop vac fitting, like a little cone fitting or something on there, there's like hardly any suction. And I don't understand it. It totally it did not work the way I thought it was going to work. I thought it would, I could understand if it was the other way around, if I was going from a small size up to a large size, but for some reason, when I adapt that down to, I think it's 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, something like that for the small shop vacs, there's not a whole lot of suction there. I don't get it. And if anybody can explain that to me, I would love to learn why that is. I don't understand. Anyway. I was kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to be able to pop this adapter on and put on some shop vac extensions and kind of use it like a vacuum cleaner and just be able to clean up all the dust, and I thought it would work really well, but it didn't. Neptune says it's been nice until today. The heavens opened up. Well, we're supposed to get some snow, I believe, tonight, this afternoon. I don't know. Some sort of weather system is supposed to be moving through. I don't know. We had a little bit of ice, tiny bit of snow overnight, but I mean nothing really on the ground or anything. But there's something supposed to come through here today too. Harry Dude says, does the motor start to struggle when you adapt it down? It didn't sound like it. I didn't notice any difference because I started it up and I was holding on to it, and I put the adapter on there, and I didn't hear the motor make any change. I don't know. I got to play around with it a little bit more. I did have a fair bit of dust in the bag, and I've since emptied it. I haven't tested it. I don't know if maybe that had something to do with it or what, but I don't know. It's very strange. I mean, it may be that I completely misunderstood how that sort of air, vacuum stuff works, really, but I don't know. Rick's here. Rick says, hi, Jeff. Hi, Rick. How are you this fine morning? Neptune says that could be similar to mass flow. Not sure how to explain it. I'll have to. Well, it gives me something to look up, though. Rick says, I'm okay. Right on. Yeah, but that was weird. I was all excited. I'm printing all these dust fittings, and I've made some to go from, like, how a lot of the tools, my bandsaw and a couple sanders have, I think it's a 2.5-inch dust port. Maybe it's a 2-inch. I can't remember. I made some adapters to go from that down to the shop vac size. Those seem to work fine, but just when I went from this large size down to the small, I don't know. Kind of weird. I was all excited though because I, got the thing modeled and printed and everything fit, and oh boy. Anyway, speaking of printers, I had to make a couple of batches of those router bit inserts. If you guys saw, where is it? The video for that router bit holder thing. I got the files available. If you guys want to download the files, they're on the website, and you can just download them there. But I also decided to make up some and make them available for purchase. And I've got a couple of sets of them that I have to ship out right when we're done here. I got those all printed out, and that was kind of cool. The first order of router bit inserts. Philip's here. Philip says, how's the Colorado spring? See you still wearing your beanie. Yes, I am. We are, our weather here is all over the map, especially this time of year as spring is coming in. Winter's still there. So we'll have really nice days, and there's been days where I've been without the beanie 2 weeks ago, I think, a week ago. I actually got sunburn on my head because I didn't have a beanie on, and unfortunately I didn't put sunscreen on, so I got not a horrible sunburn, but bad enough that it's like all peeling and kind of gross. And then now we're back in the 20s, so yeah, we're getting there soon. Soon we'll be in full swing, in full spring. Neptune says, well, it was still good practice. Yes, and that's exactly kind of the way I look at it. Everything that I can make, I have to model it all up, and it's all practice. I learn something different with every single thing that I model. How to make it easier, adjustable. I do most of my work in Fusion 360. I'm by no means an expert on that. But I learn constantly, and everything that I can sit down and work on, it's a learning process, and that's exactly the way I see it. It's all practice. Neptune says, "Cool that you're selling your parts. Finally finished my print job, just waiting on payment." Mine, I will have to sell a lot of those to to beat your job, but I don't care. Even if it's just a few, it's totally cool. If it's helpful for somebody, and they can build a cool router bit storage thing, then I'm happy about that. Now I need to find something else to work on modeling and printing. But right now, my focus is on guitars. I am just overrun with parts and pieces and not enough space to place things. So that's part of the reason that I decided to just try to keep going and get this guitar build done is really because of space, honestly. Since I did the first video building the body, I did a couple small projects, the clamp rack and this router bit holder. Part of that was to get things more organized and out of my way because space was becoming an issue. But while I was working on those, I had to keep shuffling the guitar bodies around because when I need the drill press, I usually have stuff staged on that table. So then I would move that stuff to somewhere else. I have to always be moving it. So I finally decided I'm just going to get it done, and I don't have to keep shuffling parts. I get worried every time I have to pick up the body. If I am not paying attention and I turn and I bump it into something and put a gouge in the side, well, that's a lot more time that I have to spend sanding it out or whatever to fix some damage that I could have prevented. So right now I'm just trying to not damage anything and get it done. Because actually I'm doing the build for the Great Guitar Build Off, and I'm also building another one at the same time that's not videoed. Videoed? Technical word? And it's a personal build for me. There's going to be some videos around that showing some different things, but so I kind of have two guitars going at once that I have to worry about not destroying accidentally because I got careless or something. So I'm just going to knock those out, be done with it. Plus I'm excited. I'm excited to get it done. James is here. Hello, James. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. This fine morning. Cool. All right. It's warming up in here. I might have to take the beanie off before we're done. I don't know. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? I was going to show you some other stuff I'm working on, but we already talked about it. I'm not working on anything else. Guitars. James says, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Man, we are doing good. We're working on guitars. A lot of stuff like that going on here. I'm almost to the sanding of the body. I got the neck pretty well sanded. I'm almost ready to sand the body. and it's just going to be sanding, 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 sanding. I had to even restock on some of the some sandpaper things, because one thing that I've found, and you guys let me know if this happens to you as well. In an effort to try to get the most use out of a piece of sandpaper, and I'm sure a lot of us, really spend more time using that same piece of paper instead of throwing it away and just using a new piece. I use them until it's like worn out, and then I'm sanding, sanding, sanding when I can get a new piece, and it sands so much faster and cleaner. I'm guilty of doing that a lot, and I'm trying to get out of that habit. It's a lot easier, or it's a lot faster, really, to just use another 2 or 3 sheets of sandpaper than it is to try to get the most out of every single square inch. Like, let me see if I can show you. Like, here's a piece here. This is some sticky back stuff that I was using. But I sand with the corners, and I sand with the middle, and I sand for the, and there's like no grit left, but yet I still sand. Finally, I realize what I'm doing, and I throw it away and get a new piece, and it goes so much faster. You guys do that too? You try to save it because you don't want to throw it away. You're like, this thing costs, I don't know, a couple cents. So you're going to spend an extra hour sanding for a couple cents. I'm guilty. I'm trying to work on that. KK says, can I say something? Here's KK from Greece, and send you my love and many wishes for good health. Hope you enjoy, my brother. Just the best. Thanks, man. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad things are going good in Greece. And you don't have to ask. If you can say something, you are welcome to just chime in. Just chime in. It's all good. Mr. Doughboy, hello everyone. What's going on? KK, sorry for the mistakes I've made. My friend, do not apologize. You are good. Neptune says, yeah, no, not me. I'm lazy when it stops cutting. I'm switching. That's where I'm trying to get more. I don't know. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I find that a lot. Just sanding, 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 sanding. I'm like, oh, this takes forever. And honestly, that could be part of my dislike for sanding, because I use old paper. So maybe I need to change twice as often, and maybe I wouldn't dislike sanding so much. KK, thanks, bro. Right on, my friend. Yep, so, yeah, I even had to make another little sandpaper holder. So if you guys, where is it? Oh, it's over. It's up there. I did that a while back. That was a video project. I even had to make another one the other day, just really quick. Not even near as finished as that one. And just to have everything staged up, so I can just grab what I need and go. Another thing I got that I'm looking forward to. Hang on. It's right here. One of these little hand sanding pads. Still the same Velcro back, and take your regular 5-inch sanding pads. That way you can, sand the top when you're working on dye and that sort of thing. Works really well. Philip says, I like the Cubitron sandpaper. That stuff is expensive but lasts forever. I've not used the Cubitron like the 5-inch pads. I've heard that they last really, that they last a long time, and they work really good. I am in the process of switching all of mine to, if I can get it off of there, to this Mirka Gold. Not at all sponsored by Mirka, but I really like their products. And, for a long time, I would just buy a pack of it. This is the stuff that comes from the, the home center, big box store stuff. And it's okay. I've used tons and tons and tons of it. But I've been working on switching over to Mirka. I've used their Mirka sticky back paper for a very long time. Their PSA Mirka Gold, and that's kind of what I'm switching to now for this stuff. So I'm partial to this brand. Again, not sponsored, but I do like it. I am partial to this brand because it takes me back, honestly, to my childhood, really. And I think that's why I like their stuff, and I feel that it does work really good too. Although I feel a little bit partial. I don't know if it makes any sense. My dad has owned an auto body shop since before I was born, and still operates there. And I remember using Mirka sandpaper as a kid, helping him sand a fender and stuff like that. I probably screwed it up more than I helped, but not knowing what I was doing at the time. But I remember it all being Mirka that he used. So in my head, it's like, it's a good quality brand, and I feel that it is. It's good stuff. I like the way it cuts. It seems to last a while. It lasts longer than the big box stuff, but it's good stuff. I can personally recommend it, although I don't get anything from that. But anyway, I do like their stuff. I do want to try the Cubitron, some of the 3M stuff, just to try it out. Philip says, yeah, they're like screens. Yeah. Well, another thing that's kind of cool, you can use this. I think you can use this with the sand screen papers as well, because you can use them on your random orbit. I think you can use it on pretty much anything. And I do have a few different brands of screens that I'll probably use up as well. Mountain Jam said, didn't Diablo win best overall on Project Farm? Can't remember. I can't remember either. Honestly, I saw that video. I want to say Diablo was up there. I don't know if it was best overall, but you might be right on that. And one, I forget which one. One of these is Diablo. This one's Diablo. And I'm not mad at them. I don't have a problem with them. They've worked out well. I have a couple different brands. I know, what's this one? This is Diablo 220. I've got Diablo 120. Actually, it might all be Diablo that I'm trying to work through right now before going over to the Mirka. But yeah, it works fine as long as you change it out. Again, I still use it till there's, it's like paper, nothing. Scott says, yep, just about the only sandpaper I use is Mirka Gold PSA. Have seen no reason to change for the type of work I do. Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff. The only time I ever have an issue with it is not the sandpaper. It's my fault, because if I'm sticking it on something and I haven't cleaned it properly, I have a bad habit of also just picking up something and sticking it on there and it falls off. You got to clean that dust off there. I use it all the time. I have a bunch of these radius sanding blocks, and I use that. That's mainly what I bought it for, so I could stick the paper on there. Actually, even look at that. It's kind of it's bumpy, but it's not sharp. And I wonder why it takes so long to do stuff. Philip says, isn't Diablo from Home Depot? I think so. I forget what the other place has. I don't think it's Diablo. It's Gator, I think it is. Gator? I believe so. I think I have some Gator up there too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but Philip, you are correct. I believe it is Diablo from the HD. KK says, America, God bless your country. Got everything you need. That's the point is, I like it. I got you. Corey, what up? What's up, Corey? How are you doing this morning? Mountain Jam, yeah, Diablo's HD, yeah. Where do you get the sticky back? So, I found a spot. I order mainly almost all of my abrasives from a place online called Super Grit. Not sponsored. I have no affiliation with them or anything. But I've found that I like their prices. Their customer service is very good. One time I ordered some of those, those rubber eraser sticks, like a pack of 12 of them or something like that of a certain size. several minutes only after I placed an order, this was probably a year ago, something like that, I got a phone call from them saying, "Hey, we got your order. We're out of this thing. You know, this size you ordered. Would you like us to switch it to this size?" And I sure, go ahead. And but like instant, like they're on it. And I didn't have any issue with the order or anything, but I just thought that was cool that right after I placed the order, I got a call. It wasn't an email, it was a phone call talking to a person about my order. I just thought that was cool. Another reason I like them is they're out of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and that's to me that's it's just a little bonus because it's my home state. The only thing I don't like about Super Grit is their website is kind of weird. You've got to spend some time on there and kind of figure out how they have everything laid out. It's not super user friendly. And the first couple times I ordered, I spent, I don't know, probably a couple days really trying to find what I need. But now that I've been on there more, I kind of know where I need to go to find stuff. That would be my only downside to ordering from them. But really, their shipping's quick, their prices are reasonable, and they have a very, very large selection once you find what you're looking for. But that's where I order everything from. I order the PSA paper from. I ordered the discs. I mean, they have everything pretty much. Again, I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but that's where I order things from. Mountain Jam. I noticed Gator is now selling rebranded Norton at Lowe's. Really? That's another brand that I do like, Norton paper. I don't have any of that right now, but I do. That is one that I would use without hesitation. Corey says, "I'm doing pretty good." Right on. I am glad we're doing pretty good around here too. We're keeping busy. Everybody's healthy and well and all that good stuff. So 2 thumbs up as far as I'm concerned. Wow, a live person called? That's rare. I know. That's what I said. And I honestly, after that moment, I don't know, it may sound weird, but after that, I felt a little bit different about the company, a little more connected, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but like that stepped up my loyalty, if that's even, you know what I mean. I just thought that was a cool thing. Actually somebody called and I was able to talk with them. It was really, but to your point, it's rare. A lot of times you'll get maybe a customer service email or something, and it wouldn't have stood out to me. It would have just been, oh, hey, they don't have it, and I would email back and it would be said and done. But just that little personal touch, I just thought was a really cool thing. Philip says, "Yeah, I got a week off, then start a new job. I'm going to learn how to run a CNC machine." Oh man, that's awesome. Congrats on the new position. That is cool. What kind of CNC machine are you going to work with? We had a little stutter there. What's going on? That is cool. Is it a like a how many axis? Big fancy something or other? That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Happy for you. And a week off. That's like a bonus. Phelps says aluminum. They make trailers, 5-axis. Ooh, nice. Nice. That's awesome, man. I keep hearing something out there. No. Phil, thank you. You're welcome. Right on, right on. Cool. All right. Yes, sandpaper. Hold on, I think I missed. I'm scrolling up. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Oh, there we go. Neptune's nice, Philip. 5-axis CNC operator. I have a friend who, I don't know if he still does, was a CNC, I don't know if he was an operator, but I know he did something with the programming equipment. I don't know if they made, the components or something, but he got pretty involved in that as far as I know. I don't know, that's about all I know. I don't know, but it should be cool. Philip says, so what's your website? I need some of the router holders. Homeworkshop.com. You can go there. There's a menu across the top. Just hit web store. See a section for 3D printing in there. And yeah, I have a couple. I got to go to the post office after this to ship some out. I got a couple sets done. And make sure you select a color. There's a couple different colors that I have available. At first, those weren't showing up, but I've since fixed that, and I think everything is okay now. I need to order some more too, so we can add some more colors. If there's a custom color, not custom, but if there's a color that you want, send me a message, and I can see about getting some of those. Homebuiltworkshop.com, all one word, Homebuilt Workshop. Corey says, it's just like, let's see. Is just like us, rod builders, and lure makers. We got places you can order stuff like Netcraft. Yeah. Neptune says, sorry, I can't post right now. I'm at work. It's okay. You know what? I wonder if I can do that. It's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna try it. I bet I can. Let's see. No. Comment. How do I leave a comment? How do I leave a comment? I also just realized that my messages were on. It wasn't showing everybody. So if I missed your message in there, I apologize. Now I'm going to scroll back up and see if I've missed anybody. I hope I didn't. I don't know why it wasn't on show all. So I don't see any. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, we got a little interruption there. Why? Why is there an interruption? We don't want interruptions. Dana says, lately I've been getting sandpaper from Klingspor. Not the cheapest, but a blizzard of choices. I have heard nothing but good things from Klingspor and the people over there. I've not personally dealt with them, nor have I ever ordered from them. I did put an order together one time. I think it might have been the first or maybe second time that I ordered from Super Grit. I think I was building the same cart on both sites, and I ended up going with Super Grit. I think so. A Mountain Jam. We got a super chat. Thank you, my friend. It says, are glue line blades worth the money? You're talking about for your table saw. I'm going to say it depends. If your saw, you got to make sure your saw is set up correctly, right? If you're going to intend to glue right off the saw, of course you need to, it's got to be dead on, right, and accurate. Otherwise, you can't glue, something that's angled, obviously. But is mine a glue line? I don't. Hang on. I don't know if I can get over it. I'm gonna double check because I want to give you a fair and good answer. Bear with me, folks. Sorry, I'm gonna knock into something. I'm gonna try to find the package. I'm still here. Don't go anywhere. Thin kerf. No. Oh, I'm coming back. Oh, good grief. I'm right here. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I think if you're going to use it, I was going to check mine. Mine is not a glue line blade. It is a thin kerf combination blade, and it gives a very nice finish, but it's not. Most of the time, it's not glue quality. I feel that if you're, would I buy one? Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to find a good way to explain this. I would not probably buy one, not because I don't think they're worth it. I think they can be, but I have a jointer, so I don't really need one. If you didn't have a jointer or a way to square it up, I think it could be, honestly. If you could use it for more than just ripping. I don't know if they're combination blades. I'm not 100% familiar with them, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm going around in circles, but I think they can be if you don't have a jointer and your saw is set up really good. I don't know if all that rambling was any help, but thank you again, Mom Jim. I appreciate that. Gina says I have to do some training. Have a great day. Well, you have a great day too. Have fun in the training. Mike says, how big do you suggest a box to make to do a router surfacing for guitar blanks? I start this week in my adventure and actually making a body from scratch and could use any advice. Dude, I give you a thumbs up. You are going to love it. And it will probably frustrate you a little bit at times too. To be 100% honest. I built a very small sled, because I've gotten other methods to flatten a blank. But I've done several guitars using a router sled, and it works great. What I would say is figure out, don't drop it, figure out what size you're going to make your blank. I don't know why I grabbed this for demonstration, but if you can come up with kind of a standard size, right? But you should be, I think this is 13, 14 inches wide, the body. So my blank was 15 or so, 16 maybe. You want to make it wide enough to fit your glued up blank in there. So you can't. I don't think you would go wrong with a 20-inch wide sled. It's probably a little more than you're going to need. Maybe an 18-inch wide sled. Again, depends on the size of the material that you start with. If you've got a lot of material on either side, that you're going to, once you draw your blank on there, you might trim it down first. But I mean, if you did a blank, or if you cut a body, you could do that too. Glue up your blank, trim it down so it's slightly oversized, and then throw it on the jig. I mean, you could get away with something probably, I don't know, 16 inches wide, 15 inches wide, and then build you a sliding sled deal on the top for your router, and you'll be good. Make sure it's something nice and flat. If you need to laminate a couple pieces together to give it a little extra strength, don't be afraid to do that. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to hurt anything. You're not going to build it too sturdy. I always say, if I'm building something and I overbuild it, well, you're not out, right? But if you underbuild it, that's when you run into problems. So if you feel like whatever your material you're using is too flimsy, double or triple whatever the material is. MDF, I think I made the base out of mine, and then I used hardwood runners down the side. I would love to grab it and show you, but it is completely buried right now, and there's no way I can get to it. Yeah, just and build it. So let's say you build it 16 inches wide by, I don't know, 2 feet, something like that. That should 16, 18 inches by 2 feet or so. It's going to give you plenty of space. But really, the size is not really important as long as you can fit your blank in there. So however you kind of figure that out, don't get too stuck on trying to make it the perfect size. Just as long as you can make the blank fit in there, you are going to be good. Leave you a little bit of extra space at the front and the back, because you've got to have room for your router to slide past either side. So let's say your blank is, This one I'm working on is 18 inches. I probably wouldn't go less than 24. That way you've got plenty of room. And if you want to work on something bigger, you know, you're going to want that extra space anyway. So 24, maybe even 28, 30 inches if you're only going to do guitars. And that's what I built mine for. Mine's really super simple. And it worked out really good. And, you know, when you start using it, if you've not used a sled like that, go slow. You know, go, make several passes. It's going to make a ton of dust. It's going to throw it all over you. Wear safety glasses. Routers are loud. Ear protection. And it's going to work fine. You will be left with some lines, like machining marks, but they're going to sand out. It's going to be just fine. Try to use the biggest bit that you can use in your router, and also that you're comfortable using. Sometimes if you get a really big bit, you know, it's kind of be a little intimidating, but I've done several guitar bodies using just a 3/4 inch bit. More passes, but it works fine. You got this. You're going to love it. And Neptune says, okay, yeah, I'm a little behind here. Neptune says, yeah, I can. Yes, the comments. Kill yourself. KK says, my son says, yeah, hello, Jeff. Hello, America. He has an uncle in Boston. Members of our family in Milwaukee. Yeah. Right on. Stelios. Oh, sorry if I mispronounced that. What's up? What is up? Mountain Jam, thanks for the answer. Right on, my friend, and thank you again for the super chat. Super chat. Mike said, thank you, sir, for that. You are awesome. Oh, right on. I'm glad that was helpful. Hopefully it was helpful. Obviously, when you're building, another note, when you're building your sled that goes on top, you want to make sure those rails are as straight as you can possibly get them. Before you attach them, you know, if you need to level them a little bit with a piece of paper to get them dead even, dead straight with the top, go ahead and do that before you glue them on. Try to get it spend the time now to make it as accurate as you can, because it's going to benefit later. If it's at an angle at all, your rock bit's going to cut at an angle and you're going to have more sanding. So try to get everything as even as possible. Let's see. Dad says, what's the best way to find affordable hardwoods? Well, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff posted on sites like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. People are trying to give away old furniture, right? And a lot of times it's old furniture, you know, it's not all of it, but you know, a lot of times you can find stuff that's made out of solid wood, and a lot of times, in many cases, it could be hardwood. So that can be an awesome option, depending on what you're building, of course, to find very cheap or free in a lot of cases hardwood. You know, a lot of times that stuff is mahogany or who knows, walnut, whatever. But that's an option. Another one would involve also watching your, you know, your local classified pages. A lot of times people will be giving away stuff. Sometimes you'll find people giving away logs, trees, and you know, if you have a place or if you have the means to cut. Oh, Mountain Jam says chainsaw mill. Yeah, that's where I was going. You can cut your own, relatively inexpensive. I've done quite a lot of that. A lot of the projects that I've done over the last year or two, at least a year, have been with elm that I milled myself over a year ago, and the trees were taken down like 2 years ago. And I've done a lot of projects with that, and really all I did was I milled it myself, let it dry, and now I did have to spend some time milling them down into usable material, but you kind of weigh your costs, right? And I have a local wood shop that I can get. You know, they have pretty good prices, but they also have a pretty fully equipped mill shop that I can take slabs out there and they can straight line rip and they can plane and they can, get it down to a usable material. That's another option too. If you don't want to mill it yourself, maybe you can find somebody that maybe cuts slabs. Maybe somebody local to you has a bandsaw mill or something like that, and you can buy things like that. And a lot of times, not all the time, right? But sometimes you can find it for pretty good prices if you're willing to put in the work to mill it down. So sometimes you guys got to get a little bit creative and not look at your normal lumber store for lumber. You can find stuff locally, reclaimed, that sort of thing, if you can use material like that. But that being said, we all know, I think, at least here in the U.S., that lumber prices are on the rise right now, and I don't know if that's going to stick around. So it's that's always something that I'm looking at. How can I get this a little more inexpensively? KK says, I'm okay, sir. Thank you. My dad watching you, and I'm with him. I like all this. Congratulations. Thanks. Thank you. Hi, Dad. Welcome. Right on. So, Chad, I hope that was helpful. I don't know if it was, but just get creative. Don't be afraid to get an old dresser and tear it apart and use the material if that works for whatever your project is. It's an option for sure. At one point, a buddy of mine and I were talking about he somehow scored an old piano, and it's like made out of, I don't know, mahogany and who knows what all, I don't know what all it was. But we were gonna build a guitar out of these parts for the piano, and it was like including the keys and everything. But we never really kind of moved ahead on it. But I thought that'd be kind of cool, the piano guitar. Yeah, let's get creative. And, look around, try to reach out to local. One thing that I did, and this honestly took me some time. I don't know why. I reached out to a whole bunch of tree places, tree companies, arborists and stuff that are in my area, trying to make connections to where I could get logs. And so far, I've only been able to really work something out. Well, it wasn't really, like, just to work out that contact with one person. And I probably reached out to 6 or 8 different companies. But that could be an option too. Reach your local tree guys. Hey, do you have any logs? Maybe one of the guys takes them home, sells them on the side or something like that. I think that's what the guy that I've been working with does. Actually, he's the owner of the company, so he probably takes them home anyway. But that's another option. Of course, you still got to have it milled, but it's another contact idea, I guess. Anyway. In fact, do you guys remember the silver maple? If you follow along on social media, I posted about that. Man, it's probably been a month. I got to get that milled up. But now I'm in full swing on this guitar. Poor old silver maple. He's just sitting out there for a while now because I'm not going to do that till after these guitars are done. At least until after I get the finish sprayed, because I got to let it cure. I might do it in between spraying and polishing, because I'm going to have a week or two. So I got some milling to do around here as well. And I want to do more. I want to do more of that. But I was just trying to work out some sort of context to get logs and materials to mill. One day, I want to get a bandsaw mill. That combined with, I think, the chainsaw mill would probably be pretty fun, really. Just one of the other many things that I want to add to Home Built Workshop. We've talked, I don't know, several times about having a CNC machine to make parts and my goal is I want to be able to grow the team, and that would be another option if I could have someone doing some milling. James says, what kind of pickups are you going to throw on the guitars? Well, the Great Guitar Build-Off is going to get a set of Seymour Duncan, I think it's the Nazgul and Sentient. I've never used them, but they're supposed to rock pretty well. And the ones that I normally use from Duncan are the Invaders. I like those. I like those myself. These are supposed to be pretty good. So those are going in the Great Guitar Build-Off. In the cherry guitar that I'm building from my grandpa's cherry log or cherry board that he stored, those are getting, I just got them yesterday, 2 days ago. Those are getting a set of bare knuckle nail bomb pickups, bridge and neck, and those may become my new favorite pickup over the Invader from Duncan. But those are going in there. That guitar is going to have a natural finish. It's going to have cream binding, and I've got cream pickups with chrome hardware. I think it's going to look pretty cool. So I'm really excited about that one too. I'm excited about both of them. I'm just in a spot right now where there's a lot of stuff going on guitar-wise, and I'm having fun. Although I have a lot of sanding to do, and I don't enjoy that. It's so cool to start seeing things come together. I bolted the neck on this Great Guitar Build-Off body the other day, and just seeing it together is just it's cool. But I'm looking forward to both of those pickups. I have used nail bomb pickups from Bare Knuckle before. Again, not a sponsor from either of those companies. I just want to throw that out there. I probably don't need to, but I feel better just saying it. But I've used the nail bomb. They sound really good. I've always liked Duncan, and I don't think you can go wrong. Mountain Jam, let's see. Chainsaw mill and bandsaw is what I've been doing. Quarter sawn oak from my backyard is stunning. Oh man, that's awesome. I love quarter sawn oak. I built a coffee table several years ago. First time I ever built. You guys are awesome. Have volunteered to help with admin duties or Facebook group duties, some form or another, and thank you so much. I really appreciate that help. It helps immensely with stuff like this and with stuff like the Facebook group, which if you guys didn't know, we have a Facebook group over there. That thing's got like 4,000 members or something like that. And so there's a couple people that help out with admin stuff over there. It's called Built Not Bought. If you guys are wanting to join, it's growing. But thank you guys so much for volunteering to help out. I appreciate it. Let's see. KK, nice to see you again, Jeff. Be safe, everybody, and be well as you can. I wish I could read that without butchering it, but I'm not going to try. I'm sorry. Right on, my friend. I'm glad you're able to stop by. You guys stay safe, stay well, and take care over there in Greece. Cool. Right on. What else, guys? We're coming up on the hour, and I mean, it's about time to wind this down. I got to run to the post office and drop off some router bit inserts in the old. What else? Any last minute? Any closing thoughts, questions, comments, suggestions? Right on, guys. With that being said, let's wind her down. Oh wait, hold on. Before we wind her down, Mike's here. Mike says, "Hey, good morning." Good morning, Mike. Just in time. We're just about to wrap this up. Mike says, "Question, go." We got time. We got time for questions, always. How can we help? As we wait. I still know what kind of band I'm in. You're right. I am intrigued. Mike says, "Oops, what software do you use for modeling?" I use Fusion to decide to go with that. I don't know why. They've changed their model a little bit to where they still have a free version. But for the stuff that I'm doing, it works great. Learning curve is fairly high, but that's what I use. Fusion 360, I learn stuff every time. Every time I make something, even the simplest thing, that's what I use. Some guys I've had good luck with Rhino. I can't even think of some of the other ones. SolidWorks, is that a modeling software? Might be. But I use Fusion 360. So it works good. I like that you may be able to do this with other softwares as well, but this is something that I kind of like. When I'm working on something, if I want to do a quick print just to test some tolerances or something like that, I can send that right out to my slicer software. So I kind of like that. Mike says I was looking to modify the bit inserts. Oh, okay. Can you do it? You should be able to right from that STL file. Let me know if you have any issue. I could get you some sort of file if you need. Shoot me an email. homebuiltshop@gmail. If you need, maybe I could probably get you the Fusion file. It's not great. There's a couple different designs in there, but oh, 3/8. That shouldn't be too hard to do if you can get in there and change it. Really, 3/8 shanks. Interesting. I wonder if you could do one that would hold all three. You'd probably have to make it taller, though. I don't know if you'd have enough room. You might. I don't know. Let me know, though. Reach out if you need some help or you need some sort of file format, different file format. I could export something for you. I wouldn't have a problem doing that. For any of you guys, if you need a different sort of file. Mike says, thanks again. Right on, Mike. Hope you get it. Cool. Right on, guys. That being said, like I said a minute ago, we're going to reel this one in. I don't know where that came from, but we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to get back to the post office, and then I got to get back to editing so that I can get back to sanding. Did you get all that? Post office first, because that's an order. I got to get that sucker shipped. And again, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Neptune says, see you all later. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Neptune. I appreciate you, as well as all of you guys. I love these live streams. Look forward to them every week. And it's just so fun hanging out with you guys. And just a good time. And Mike says, excellent. Hair dude, cheers, folks. Catch you all next week. Right on. Yes, next week we will be over on the old Facebook. So every other week, you guys know the drill. So we catch some people here, we catch some people on the old Facebook, and yeah, that way we can all hang out on your platform of choice. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Get out in your shop, make some sawdust, make some shavings, whatever you're working on. Get out there, have some quality time, and do your thing. Be safe, have fun, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe, stay well, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you.